Okay, tonight we're going to talk about color and frequency. So for those of you who have the nanovoice, we're going to show you how to do this. We are doing this and giving away the nanovoice because we know that whoever controls health controls the people. Would you rather have money or your health?
Health. My health is really bad. I might not have enough money to fix it.
So what we want to do is put the health back into the hands of the people. And a good beginning is this little nanovoice computer program. And it's a full functioning program. And people say to me, how can you give that away? How can you afford to give that away? We really can't. But we know what's going to happen, or we think we know what's going to happen, and we know that this computer program needs to be in the hands of the people. So this is the little nanovoice, and you can download it. We're not even asking for your email address. This is completely free because the people really need to have it. We're going to go through this set of what we call Sono cards today, and we're going to explain each piece to you and let you listen to a speech that demonstrates part of what we're talking to you about. So you can download this note correlate chart. It's right on our site, Nutrasounds, N-U-T-R-A, nutrasounds.com. Our DNA is math. It's just plain old math. And it's set to frequencies that we know as music. The body is frequency. You have all of this neural network from the brain to the spine to all the nervous system, and on there runs frequencies, millions of them, every second, every nanosecond of what's going on. So we found a way to tap into those frequencies through your voice, through the recurrent laryngeal nerve in your vocal cords. And this is bioacoustically speaking. So we have to say that everything that we're doing is in terms of frequency equivalence. We do have a disclaimer that says this is not medicine. We're not practicing medicine. And anybody that says that we are, we will vehemently deny it. So here's the first pair. The note of C is balanced with the note of F sharp. The note of C is red. I don't know how clear that's coming through. And the note of F sharp is green. So we're looking at physical issues, growth, circulation, large, thick muscles, reproduction. Here's self-power, ability to self-direct. Ego belongs to this red. Let's look at the next one. Look at that. Look at F. Look at C. This is where Bush is being very deceptive. Can you play that little clip? This is Bush being deceptive. Notice how there is no inflection, no amplitude in the voice.
From fostering good governance and reform, to alleviating hunger and disease, to advancing education, prosperity, and justice, our new approach to development has shown inspiring signs of success.
Okay, turn off. Did you hear that? That there was nothing behind his words? You could feel that there was nothing from his gut in convincing that it was all right here about social injustice. And this is the most deceptive sentence he said. He said, from fostering good governance and reform to alleviating hunger and disease to advancing education, prosperity, and injustice, our new approach to the... Now, I exaggerated what he said. But if he really meant that, he would have said, from fostering good governance and reform to alleviating hunger and disease to advancing education, prosperity, and justice. Can you feel the difference in the words? There's nothing behind those words. And when you hear somebody who's talking to you in that way, they're either reading or they're being deceptive. The other thing that gives away the deception, look at E and A sharp. Very unbalanced. Look at F, planning. Planning without anything behind it. Carrying through the plans without anything behind it. Getting things into fruition without anything behind it. Anytime you see this red, you're going to get either really, really excited stuff going on, but he's being deceptive. That wasn't an exciting sentence. It is, though, for his ego. Look at how high the ego is. the emotional ego, the mental ego. So go back one. We're looking at C and F sharp. C, high emotions, circulation, self-power, ability to self-direct in jeopardy if it's too high. And remember that normal is 44. And looking at this, when he's talking about we are a blessed nation, D and D sharp are the management, manipulation emotions. This D, here is self-approval, here is words, here is the transition from self-approval to words. You can see this high with people who are counselors. Now this is a mental state. This is a thinking. This person took this stand from a thinking point of view, not their heart, because that was the logical thing to do. From self-approval to words, the logical thing to do is to manage you the way I think you ought to be managed. This is almost a mothering kind of manage, where A and A sharp over here is the management of resources. A lot of good information here about managing resources. Does he manage resources with thought? Look at the conflict here. A and A sharp, managing resources. I'm going to think about it first, and then I'm going to do it without thought.
Doesn't make sense.
Well, here's the F sharp really high here. There's a lot of planning, a lot of carrying out. But look, the F is totally low. No planning, but carry it out. F is planning. F sharp is carrying it out. G is getting it into fruition. All this G sharp, A, and A sharp, this is how you feel about yourself once it's done. A lot of that. Somebody is telling this guy that he's doing the right thing. This D sharp really high says, I am doing the right thing for people. They really believe they are. And this comes with the man that was talking to you and I earlier, that Bush really feels committed that he's doing the right thing. Mm-hmm. Doing the right thing, D and D sharp is very, very high, and this is incredibly high. This is when he's saying those people who are more fortunate should give to those less fortunate. It's all yellow. It's totally contrived. This is not what he believes. He is doing it for effect. He's doing for what it looks like. Think about a lawyer's reputation. There it is. Very few lawyers are going to heaven. But look at this. Totally contrived. And look at what is missing. Morality. A and A sharp together, missing. This is a lack of morality about what they're saying.